started Larimer Hot House as a all-encompassing sandwich shop that does everything from scratch. We do our own pickles, we do our own potato chips, we do interesting sandwiches with interesting names, and brand new, old building and in a cool neighborhood with a cool vibe.
I think the neighborhood's kind of the big piece of it for us too, because when we started with Larimer Hot House, we looked at many different places, and nothing really spoke to us the way that this one did. Partially because, you know, the building in here is cool, partially because of the area that we're located in. We knew that we wanted to be in this 5 Points area, that there was a lot of opportunity and growth here, that we could be on the forefront of a neighborhood that's growing and hopefully have the neighborhood embrace us back, and that's kind of where we want it to be, and I think it's happening.
Cool.
Well, Mustache for Cash is this is the 6th year it's been running. So the Youth Opportunity Foundation actually started it about 6 years ago, and the whole concept is to bring Mustache back. So men grow a mustache for the whole month of October. You get people to pledge money to you, kind of like a race or a marathon, but you're growing a mustache. And then we added color for kids about 3 years ago. So women can color their hair, they can spray paint their hair, they can clip in fake pieces of hair, and same concept, you get people to pledge money to you.
I'm guessing that's why your hair is...
Right, blue, pink.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello.
We neglected to mention Eric's wonderful mustache for the Mustache for
It
Cash.
is wonderful.
Yeah.
Very gross
Horribly
way.
bad. But it's been fun. It's been fun for people ask about it all the time, and because I've never had facial hair in any capacity, so this was
awesome.
new to do.
Yeah.
So, and a fun way to give back.
This is a
for
new
sure.
thing for us this year. All the proceeds benefit to local mentoring agencies, so Colorado Youth at Risk and Burn Urban Scholars. They work with at-risk youth in the community, so their mentoring programs. They mainly work with high school students, and so to branch outside of the mentoring groups and the companies that have already been involved, I came in this year to bring on local restaurants and bars and local bands to kind of have a competition and promote Mustache for Cash and get people involved in the community and get patrons involved and, you know, donating tips and stuff like that. So the magic of social marketing.
Our new universe.
Yes. Eric saw posting.
Yeah, I saw a posting from someone and said, okay, how do I get involved? I had heard about it before. It sounded something ridiculous, and I'm into ridiculous. So Andrea contacted me, and we were ecstatic, or I was.
Which I'm always
happy to do something to give back to the community. The mustache, you know.
And it's such a win-win, you know, for you guys as the business and then the community. That's really my mission, is to get the word out there about what local nonprofits are up to, and you know, the dropout rates of our students, and getting local businesses involved. And so it's been, you guys just took it on.
And this
awesome.
literally went hand in hand with what we wanted to do, and our mission statement for the business before we even started was, in order for us to be successful, we needed to embrace the neighborhood, and because it was underserved by restaurants and almost everything as a whole in the next 20 blocks. And the community, we were looking to embrace the community first, and in hopes that they were going to come back and support us. And in the 2 months that we've been in business, it's worked, and it's worked well and beyond our expectations in this in this function of what we wanted to have happen as a business. And we've had great support from Mustache for Cash, as well as, you know, they recognized that we were doing something different with our restaurant, and it was interesting.
It's coming in a eating a sandwich, it's a little bit different. You don't have to go sit 2 or 3 hour
Right.
fundraiser to do it. You can come see Eric's gross mustache and
Right.
make fun of it and have lunch, and then, you know, you're giving back to the community.
And I think part of that though is that we had set out in our mission that we were going to be more profitable as a business if we gave back to the community. So it wasn't about charity. It wasn't about, oh, I hope we do some certain things right in a charitable fashion and go broke. It was, we hope we can do things in a charitable and smart business way, and that the community at large would say, well, this is cyclical, and this should happen in an organic way, rather than, well, I hope Larimer Hot House gives us another check for X, Y, and Z,
Right.
because it doesn't really benefit us.
Right.
And then more importantly, I guess it doesn't really benefit whomever we were trying to support at the time. It makes everybody kind of accountable for not just their own business, but it's the right thing to do, but it's the right thing to do for everybody.
It was a lot of fun. I think people knew that they were here for a good reason. They were getting a good deal on lunch that day. Like I said, it was not like a lifetime commitment. It's like, oh, all I have to do is buy a sandwich and have lunch, and I'm giving back to some kids. What a great way to do it. What an easy way to do it. And everybody benefits. We benefited because guess what? We have a bunch of people in our restaurant who may not have heard of us prior to the tugglmob event. And I have seen some of those faces come back since then.
For sure.
And you know, that's part of what the goal is that, you know, we want people to know that we're here, and part of the vehicle for making that happen was obviously this tugglmob event. And then in the end, we got some press out of it because we got a write-up in the Examiner. You know, and you've been promoting the heck out of it on all of your pages, as we have on our pages. And it, you know, I think everybody in the end benefits from it because it's exposure to the cause and to the companies and the.
I think just from a business perspective, we got a lot of exposure to the client that we want. These are the, you know, that I don't say no to anybody's dollar for anybody, but everybody that came that day was people that were not just social networkers, but that were going to spread the word for Andrea's cause, for our cause, Larimer Hot House. But you know, there were people that were either in the neighborhood that knew what was going on, that wanted to support this. I think all in all, what the biggest thing that I got out of it was, and I don't want to sound overly weird about this, but we got out of it what we put into it. And what we put into it was we decided that we were going to take less for our sandwiches to give back to the community, and thus more people wanted to be involved in it because everybody won. You got to feel better about it. Hey, I bought a sandwich at Larimer Hot House. I'd never been there before. A, it's awesome, and B, it was cheap that day. Not that it's expensive ever, but it was a great deal. And we gave back, and Andrea got exposure, and I mean, it was who we wanted in the restaurant. It was a cool buzz, and it was really nice having a lot of people in the restaurant that were, you know, it was loud, it was great.
Yes. I think what I got out of it was that I'm always amazed every time I see, you know, you go on to Twitter afterwards and look up Larimer Hot House, and there were, you know, just a ton of Twitters, and I got to see, you know, our Facebook pages and the people who were coming onto the Tuggle site and rating us afterwards. It's like the buzz that is created by an event like this is always so thrilling and exciting, because I know that it's a buzz about our restaurant, but I also know that it's a buzz about something that we were doing that we really feel good about and that we could buy into. So I think, you know, I walk away going, really, you can do well in the community, you can do good things in the community, and you can feel good that it's okay to benefit from those kinds of things, because guess what? That's what we're all in business to be.
We're in the business to make money.
But why can't you do that and give back and have a symbiotic relationship? And that's what I think happened.
got to meet people in the community that I didn't even know were here. Whether it was down the street, I met another guy from another nonprofit. So it was a really good opportunity to network and educate people about Mustache for Cash and the two mentoring agencies. And then, you know, it brings the whole like online thing. So you have Facebook and you have your website and you have all that, but it's in person. So people are getting to see your restaurant in person. They're getting to meet you. They're getting to, you know, meet people from the charity. So you get to put a face to all that stuff that you see online.